Good morning. Happy pre-Christmas Eve. Happy pre-Christmas Eve. Happy Monday. You know me. I love Mondays. Come on in. Come join us for this live. I'm in the parking lot. I'm hoping that we have service right now. Let's do this. I want to talk today about finding your niche. I think one of the things, I know because I've received feedback from my community members, one of the biggest things that holds people back is finding their niche and knowing what product or service to create. This holds 75% of people up. So let's talk about it today so that I can help you move past this roadblock and put rocket boosters on your idea and just go. If you don't know me and you are here, welcome. I am Gwen and I am an online income strategist because I literally have obsessed for 8 years on how to build online businesses. And it took me 8 years to get to the point of finally locking it in and figuring it out. And when I did, I went from literally brand new business, $0 to multiple six figures in a year in profit. I also took a brand new social media, the one that you're watching me on right here. It's gone through many evolutions since we started in May of 2023. But this brand new social media took from 0 to over 250,000 followers in about a year's time, which is kind of crazy, right? Let's just have a moment for being here on a Monday. First of all, thank you for being here on a Monday. Good morning, Steph. I see you. If you are here and you can hear me and see me, please say hi. I love lives. I love connecting with you guys, but the part that I love about this the most is the connection and the community. I don't want to talk at people, right? I want to be here. I want it to feel like we're having coffee together. I'm about to go in and do a little bit of work at one of my favorite coffee places. But I want to feel like we're having coffee together. Hey, Christy, nice to see you guys. Hi from India. Good morning. Hey, Tanner. I think it's Tanner. I'm sorry. Hey, Suzanne. All right. You guys are popping in. I am so glad. Thank you so much. All right. So tell me if this is you. Maybe you've been stuck wondering what product or service to sell or what niche to focus on. Oh, thank you for being here from the beginning. Oh, I love you guys. What niche to focus on? I want to take this live and I want to give you clarity and actionable steps. How does that sound for you if you have had trouble with choosing a niche or knowing that you're doing the right niche or knowing that you're selling the right product or service? Suzanne says, yes, that's me. Okay. By the end, you should know 3 things that you need to focus on to find the right product or service for your business and to make sure that it's actually profitable. Okay, and we're going to talk about that because one of the biggest roadblocks or one of the things I think that stops people in business is that they are like, oh my God, I have this great business idea. I'm going to run with it. I love it. I think it's great, right? But they didn't know from the very beginning because they didn't know to do this. They didn't check to see if it was going to be profitable. They didn't check to see if there was a space for what they're selling. You might be passionate about something, but it's not enough just to be passionate about it. I'm going to show you why in just a couple of steps. And we're going to keep this super simple and short because here's what I know. I know it's Monday, or whenever you're watching this replay, I know that we don't have a lot of time, right? So let's get to the point on these things so that you can take action. I'm not very good with remembering things, so I always take notes. I have notebooks and notebooks and notebooks everywhere. But here's the thing about taking notes. You can't just take notes, you've got to take action. You can't just take notes, you've got to take action. You might take away a lot of notes, a lot of things from this, but here's the best thing anyone ever told me is pick one thing and take action on it. Okay, you're not going to be able to take action on all the things you take notes on every single day, but you could take one thing and take action on it. Okay, sound good? All right. Here, let's just talk about why people struggle with choosing a niche or choosing a product or choosing a service to sell. Most people think of the demographic, or they think the niche is the demographic, right? So people get confused about what the niche is and what the demographic is. Like, I help moms or I sell to millennials, right? But that's not a niche. Okay, hear me say. That's not a niche, okay? Your niche is about solving a specific problem for a specific group of people. not just who those people are. So demographic, who they are. Mom, millennials, dads, parents, kids, football players, right? Who they are, demographic. Niche, or the way that I like to think about it, what problem you solve, okay? And then you're solving it for your demographic. So think of it like this. If your demographic is moms, your niche could be potty training. So maybe you help moms potty train their toddlers in 3 days flat, right? Your niche is the category or the topic that you're in, not who you help. Your demographic is who you help. So you solve a problem for a specific demographic. You must solve a problem. People will pay you to solve their problems, okay? Hear that. People will pay you to solve their problems. I heard this great thing this morning. I'm just gonna sneak this in here. This wasn't planned, but I heard this great thing this morning that said, if you wanna know, so let's say you're in a niche and there are competitors in your niche, and I'm kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself, okay, but let's just say you sell a product or a service and there are other people in the area that do, and that's great. We want that, okay? You're not gonna be the only one that does that. How do you separate yourself from these other people? You can look at reviews. I'm gonna give you this. This is one of my little secrets, okay? It's like a little ninja hack. You can go look at reviews. Look at reviews for the competitors, wherever these reviews are, and look at the 1 to 3 star reviews, and then look at the 4 to 5 star reviews. Look at what people are complaining about. That doesn't exist, that doesn't happen, this product doesn't do it, and add that to what you do. Then look at the 4 and 5 star reviews and go, okay, what do they love about this product? Let me make sure that I also do that. Right now, you've just differentiated yourself from the competitor, okay? Super secret, simple ninja hack, SSS. Okay, so first we have to clarify what's a niche, what's a demographic, and we have to know the difference between the two. Where do you find reviews? I mean, go to Amazon. Go to, if it's a physical product, go to, what's the website? Reddit. Find reviews. You can find anything on Reddit. People will talk about anything on Reddit. Go to, what is it? It's not TripAdvisor. It starts with a T. Somebody give me the name of a website that you could look up reviews. Starts with a T. We'll come back to it. All right, now let's look at those 3 steps that I talked about. Okay, those 3 things that I promised you would help you figure out, are you in the right niche? Are you selling the right product, service, whatever? All right. So the first thing that you need to do is define, or I guess identify, your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is just where your natural skills, talents, and unique experiences meet. Okay, let me say that again. Your zone of genius is just an area where your natural skills, your talents, and your unique experiences meet. Maybe you've been in conversation with someone and someone says, wow, you're so good at that. Ding, 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 ding. Like, when someone says that to you, it means they're not good at it. And they want to know how you got good at it. And they want to know why you're good at it. And they want to know how to be good at it. Okay, so maybe someone will say that to you. Or something that you do so effortlessly that it surprises you when other people struggle with it, right? Have you ever done something and someone's like, wait, how the heck did you just do that? You're like, I don't know, I just did XYZ. And they're like, mind blown, right? So that's your zone of genius. Things that you can ask yourself in order to find your zone of genius. What do people come to me for advice on? What have I learned in my unique way that I can help others with? What lessons or mountains have I climbed? I always like to think of like climbing mountains when you're like figuring something out. What lessons or mountains have I climbed that I can now turn around and help others navigate? You've been through some shit, I guarantee it. You've navigated through some things that other people might just be going through, that other people might not even know they need yet, but you make them aware of the problem, okay? The other thing you can ask yourself is, what's something I find simple, but others feel amazed by? Okay, so you've got those 3 questions to help you find your zone of genius. Is that making sense so far? Is that making sense so far? Yes? Okay. For instance, let me give you some examples because I feel like I like to have examples, so this could be tangible for me. maybe you've developed a system for organizing your kids' after school schedules. Here's one. I just saw it the other day on Amazon, and I was like, not on Amazon, on Instagram, and I was like, this is genius. So this person had, you know those push lights that you can get? They stick to the wall and you push them and they turn on. So she had like 6 push lights on the wall at about a toddler's height. And each push light had a picture. And it was for getting your kids out the door. Good morning if you're just jumping on. Getting your kids out the door. So here's what this mom did. She had a push light and then a picture of shoes. A push light, a picture of a backpack. A push light, and a picture of a jacket, right? So it was like 6 things. Okay, you saw that too. 6 things that the kids needed in order to get out the door. So they would put their shoes on, turn on the light. Get their jacket, turn on the light. Do you know what wastes so much time in the morning? Is me retelling my kids what they need to have before they leave the house. Now, granted, that's a system, right? You can turn that into anything. That is a great idea. Okay, so that's just an example of something that maybe you do that other people don't even know that you do, or they never even thought of before. You can sell the system. Okay, package it up, sell it. Great. What was another example? For me, I'll give you my example. For me, here's how I got where I am. For 7 years, I made so many mistakes on my way to building multiple 6 figures online. But once I unlocked a certain method, like I figured out a formula, it was like an aha moment in my brain. And what I knew was that there were tons of people who also wanted to figure it out but hadn't yet. Then I could turn around and teach people like you guys here on this call how to get there. I could now teach you this simple formula that got me to where I am because I know it works and it's repeatable, right? So many people want to solve the problem of being able to make money in the digital space. I know how. I turn around, I can make it happen, okay? And that's another example. All right, so second step, you have to evaluate the market, okay? Let's move to the second step. Evaluate the market. It's not enough to do what you love. I said that earlier in the call. It's not enough to do what you love. If there's no demand for it, if the market is not growing, it's not enough to do what you love. You have to make sure there's a market for it. Or else, here's what happens. You're gung-ho, you build this business, you're like, I love what I do. I love this product, I love this service, I love doing this work. But nobody wants to buy it. What's gonna happen? You're gonna burn out. You're gonna run yourself to the ground. You're gonna spend money, probably. You're gonna spend a lot of time, and you're gonna feel like you've wasted time. This is what so many people who come into my community tell me. I'm afraid of wasting more time. I'm afraid of wasting more time on something that won't work. How do you know it will work? You gotta evaluate the market, step number 2, okay? Entrepreneurship will test you. And it's so easy to become burned out. How do I know? Because I literally have been there. Adrenal fatigue in 2018, had to go see a naturopath, had to have a whole workup, and it took me a long time to come back from that. And I don't want that for you, okay? You get burned out because you're gung-ho, you love it, all these things, but then you don't see results and you get frustrated and you think, how much longer can I do this, right? So here's how we evaluate the market. We look for trends. Is the market, this is silly, right? This is silly, but it's so basic, but it's like, oh, okay, I understand. Is the market going up? Is the market going down? Is it stable, right? How do you know? Use free tools. Things like Google Trends to check interest over time. TikTok trends, right? Let's say you're selling a digital product. Go to TikTok shop, go look at the trends, go look at what's happening there. It will tell you what is on the up, what is on the down, what is stable. It will tell you for free. Are there gaps in the market? Maybe there's, maybe you recognize like an underserved audience or an unfulfilled need within a niche, right? And maybe that's because you went and you saw reviews of people saying XYZ about this product, and you're like, oh my God, I can see how there's a need here. I can fill it. Because you already know that people are buying it, there's reviews on it. You already know that people are buying it, which means the market's either stable or going. And if it's either stable or going, great, right? Then you can hop into that market and be successful. Fill in the gap. Look at the 1 to 3 star reviews and fill in the gap. Is that making sense so far on step number 2? Okay? Evaluate the market. If you want to sell fitness programs for moms, is the demand for at-home workouts still trending upward? Is it stable or is it declining? Go do your research before you choose your product. Ray says yes. Thank you, Ray. Okay, so then let's move on to step number 3, because I told you I would keep this quick. Boom, 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 so that you can take it, write notes, take a piece, and take action. Step number 3. Very similar to evaluating the market. You want to look for indicators of success. Okay? Build on the idea of market demand. The easiest way to know if a product or service will sell is to see if it's already selling. The easiest way to know if a product or service will sell is to see if it's already selling. Even if you're filling a gap, there is some sort of product or service already attached to that. It's already selling. People are already looking for it. You're just filling in a gap that's missing. Eyes wide open is what I always say. I am so obsessed. I think obsession is a good thing, by the way. It's not a bad thing. I think obsession is a good thing, especially when you are building something that you're able to write your own life, to live life on your own terms with. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, yeah. And Peace Girl says, also, no need for the whole pie. Crumbs can fulfill a big need and make money. People always jump to the end goal for people. People always jump and go, well, okay, so if I'm in the make money online space, if I help people figure out how to turn their ideas into profit, and I go, well, I have to be, the only way I can be successful is if I show these people how to make $1 million online. No. You need to show these people how to make $1. $1. They don't need the whole pie. They'll get the whole pie. They need a piece. They need a piece first. It's the first actionable step that's going to show them the way. Can you do that? Right? So we're looking for indicators of success. Are people searching for it? Like I said, Google Trends, search Amazon. I love using YouTube. People search YouTube like a search engine. They're looking for solutions to their problems on YouTube. You can use YouTube for keyword searches. You can use Amazon bestsellers. You can use TikTok, okay? Use the free services. Are people spending money on it? Check for competitors or look for ads. If people are advertising in this niche, then it's likely profitable. Not always. I'm just saying it's likely profitable if they're advertising in the niche, or at least you know that it's already selling. People are already buying it. And then look for gaps in the market. Maybe there's that underserved audience, right? And you could create a simple solution for them to fill the gap. Let's take an example, because I love examples so that we can remember things. If people are buying meal prep kits for busy families, right? Could you create a simplified solution or offer a better spin on what's out there? I give you this example because for a long time, and I still have this idea, and it rummages around in my head. My two daughters are gymnasts, and we spend a lot of time at the gym. I'm talking, we go for 4-hour practices, and my kids are there 6 days a week, okay? That means that they're there long enough where they miss a meal. Not really miss a meal, it's meal time, okay? So they get to have a meal. But a lot of people work a 9 to 5, so it's very, very hard to be like, okay, in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, I gotta pack my kids' snack for school. I gotta pack my kids' lunch for school. I gotta make sure they have their outfit changed for their sport that they're gonna get dropped off at after school. Then I gotta make sure they have another snack. Then I gotta make sure they have a meal at the meal time, right? Like, it just becomes a lot for a parent. And I was like, could we make on-the-go meal solutions for kids in sports? And I was thinking specifically for gymnasts. Like, I wanted to have a whole refrigerator of meals. Anyway, it's a whole thing, but it's something that I see a gap in the market. There's tons of meals for adults and families, but there's not any meals for kids, right? Especially the ones doing sports. Maybe you can have like a vending machine and it gets refilled every week at the gym. I don't know, just a thought, but that's an underserved area of a niche that's still in demand. Okay, so start to think like that. Think about problems that you experience every single day. Like the problem that I have today, how can we fix this? I don't want to get out of my car where it's 11 degrees and go pump my gas. And there really aren't a lot of full serve gas stations anymore. How can we solve that solution? I do not want an electric car. Okay? I don't want to do it. I forget to plug in my freaking headphones so I can listen to them. I don't want something else that I have to plug in, all right? So that's your 3 steps. So let's recap them for everybody here. Sorry. Here's how you can figure out what product or service to sell or what niche to be in. 1, identify your zone of genius. What are you uniquely good at? 2, evaluate the market. Make sure there's demand for it. Richard asked if I'm going to make that idea happen. It's on the docket. It's up here on one of those business. I have a note with business ideas. Anytime I see a problem, I just list it in my business ideas. So it's in there. I don't know. Maybe. 3, look for indicators of success. Check if people are already searching or buying in this space. Those are your 3 steps to choosing your niche, choosing a product or service to sell, and know that it's actually going to work out. Okay? Remember, move to Jersey. Oh, Jersey is all full pumps, right? You don't pump your own gas in Jersey. Okay, but listen, I don't want to live in Jersey. I don't want cold anymore. I think my solution to this problem is that I move to somewhere warm. I've been trying to tell my husband that for years, and he's just not on board yet. Okay, remember, clarity comes from action, not from sitting on the sidelines, you guys. Not for sitting on the sidelines. Don't get stuck in perfectionism. Start exploring your zone of genius and validating your ideas. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments or share it with someone who wants to learn how to make money in the digital space with your own knowledge. You guys, you don't need to go out and get a degree to be able to do this. Okay, I have a degree in a completely different area of life that does not apply to this at all. I don't use it anymore because I'm not passionate about that. I'm passionate about this. I've been in this space for 8 years and I love it. If this was helpful, let me know below. Share it with someone who you know might be in the space of searching, how do I know what niche or what product to serve, right? And if you're ready to go deeper, gosh, I go deeper. I have a free group. It's called wealthyHER, where I walk you through a proven blueprint for creating a profitable online business. So if that's something that sounds like it is up your alley, once I post this live, just comment or DM me the word wealthy, and I will send you the link to join. I'm super, super grateful for you. Thank you guys for being here on a Monday. I hope that this week serves you well, and I hope you get to celebrate yourself and enjoy maybe a little time off, or maybe just some time that you can sit with a hot coffee and brainstorm the next ideas that you're going to come up with. I love you, and I will catch you later.